What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow podcast brothers, Dorian, the D.A. Alberton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, and Daryl, D-Dub Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. Sports Chasers Podcast. We can be found on all podcast platforms, plus all social media platforms by searching Sports Chasers Podcast. All information is in our bio. Please be advised, at times there may be some explicit and colorful language. We are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's the edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast. I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator. Good Wednesday to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good week. Nope, it's not Thursday. It is Wednesday. Because of life, we have to come on Wednesday, but everything is all good. Good to come to you midweek to talk about sports. Hey, we're going to start it off going from left to right on my screen. We got my man D-Dub. D-Dub, what's good, brother?
What's good? What's good? Wednesday night, Sports Chasers Podcast. We are in the building. Talk about a little bit of sports and what's going on in the world.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little soccer, some World Cup soccer, football. We're going to talk a little bit about that. NFL football, NBA. What else we got? A little hockey. I'll be doing a little hockey. Dan's not with us tonight, but I'll be tasked with doing a little bit of hockey. And we're going to do that. Hey, we got the DA right here. DA, what's up, brother? How are you, sir?
I'm good, brother. Everything is copacetic. Cash, not
everything. So we appreciate y'all joining us midweek. Again, just to put a plug in there, check us out on all podcast platforms. We're on all major podcast platforms. Download it. Apple, Spotify, you name it, we're on it. All the major podcast platforms. We also have a YouTube channel, which we're streaming from live now. If you got any comments, get at us in the comments. Anything you agree, disagree, whatever, hey, put in that. Hey, we'll post it on the thing. We love engagement. So if that's you, do it. You might not be able to do it on my Facebook page or the Sports Chasers podcast. Restream is working on doing that. Hopefully they can do that soon where I get everything here at this medium where we can respond to everything. But all comments are welcome, right, D-Dub? Good, bad, and different. We check them out.
Whatever you want, you know.
And
we'd like to hear from you.
Yep, we get at you, man. So with that said, hey, we're going to go to the DA. DA has been tasked with doing football.
Yeah, man. Like in real talk, I love this shit. Like I actually love talking
the World
about
Cup.
It, watching it. Yeah, man. It's real.
So let me set it up here for you. The Team USA beat Iran yesterday, 1-0. They advanced to the next round, the knockout round, I believe, against the Netherlands on Saturday. Right. You got Argentina and Australia. You got France and Poland. You got England and Senegal advancing and group stage. Go ahead, DA. I'm going to let you take it from there.
So, I'm just going to go first to go to the brackets. Well, not to the brackets. I'm going to go to the actual who's coming out of the groups, right? So,
yes, sir.
Group A, we have the Netherlands and Senegal, both real good teams. England and the USA, good teams. Christian Pulisic, I know I pronounced that wrong. Great goal.
Hell of a goal,
yes. The points they needed to get past them. He says that he is not hurt badly and he'll play. I'm still wondering, there's still some coaching decisions I'm a little bit off with. Reina, he's a midfielder, plays in the Bundesliga. He's probably, probably top 3-4 players on the team. And why he hasn't played a second is a little weird to me, but it is what it is.
Right.
Argentina, of course, that's Messi. Poland made it. France with Mbappe. He's killing them. He's nice. Australia, Spain, Japan, which is good. Croatia, Morocco, Brazil, of course, Switzerland, two very, very tough teams. Portugal and Ghana, Group H. And as Kevin, you just kind of laid out the brackets. You got the Netherlands versus USA. We're going to see how good their coach is because they're going to have to really score. It's not going to be a situation, I believe, where they'll be able to just score in the first half and kind of hold pat the second half because the Netherlands has scorers and they're going to press you. I would take Argentina is going to come out of the game with Australia. France, I think, will be Poland, but that would be a hell of a game. And don't sleep. England, Senegal is going to be a good game. I think Senegal, Morocco, but the best African team is probably going to be Ghana. So that's what we have for the first set this Saturday.
Right.
It should be fun. I think the world's really enjoying what we're seeing. You can see the crowds there. They're hype. And I do understand a lot of folks are not into this because of the political stuff that's going on about the building of the venue, how hot it is out there and everything else. But it seems, at least in some measure, God is shining on this because they're playing in the evening. It's not too hot. And
Right.
it's like folks aren't falling out, but it does get hot there.
They even moved it to this time of year because of the heat, I believe, right? Usually the World Cup is played in June, correct?
Yes. So they moved it, but I can't gloss over, I think it's 6,500 individuals passed away building those stadiums.
Wow,
So, yeah,
6,500?
yeah,
Yikes.
yeah, it's a lot. So
Where are they playing? Hell? What?
Qatar.
Oh, guitar.
Yeah, Qatar. It's hot out there, though. That's the Mid East, and it's serious heat. It's not kind of heat. It's heat. So, prayers to those families, those folks.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
absolutely.
sure they're not compensated, but it is a worldwide event, and there are things you see. I don't want to go into what the cameras show you, but you see Muslims sitting with Christians, and guys from these countries sitting with, because football or soccer brings them all together. They're getting to see guys that play for their club teams all year come back and play for their countries. So the reality is that a lot of people are there watching and enjoying it. And it's weird. So I kind of think there can't be a recession because I know it costs a grip to get out there, and it is packed.
Yes.
People from all over the world. So, but hey, if you got nothing to do, matter of fact, if you got something to do, put it on hold. Just don't watch the American team. Watch the game, and then come back to the American team or whatever team, and then you'll have a better idea of what you are looking at and what you should be looking at. You'll know the sets and set pieces and alignments and things of that nature, and that'll help you better understand the game. And maybe you won't be a casual fan. Maybe you'll fall in love with the game itself. So I'm really happy to watch it. And I think the guys are playing well in the American team, and I think everybody that was supposed to win. There were a few upsets, but for the most part, everybody that's supposed to be there, at least at this round, based upon money and players, is pretty much there. I would say that.
So what did it look like for the U.S. or
They got the Netherlands, man. It's not going to be easy. The Netherlands is a better team. They got better players. All their players play, within Bundesliga and probably in Europe, Champions League. It's not going to be easy
Gotcha.
to beat that team. That's a very experienced team. The country has a lot of expectations. It's kind of what they do. Now, I'm not saying they're the best team, but what I'm saying is the Netherlands is known probably for ice hockey and soccer. So right, there's like so they're I don't know if America can beat them, but if they do, it'll be a definite surprise to the world. But then they'll get Argentina, and it just gets harder from there. Because I would see Argentina beating Australia, and I see France beating Poland. And the best team, period.
Yeah,
it's hard. I always like Brazil. I like France. I like England. Those are my three tops. Portugal is nice too. They're nice as well. But if I want to pick and Switzerland's nice. So the Switzerland, they damn near tried to bully Brazil the other day. Like Brazil, they just was knocking them down all over the pitch. So it reminded me of like Germany back in the days, which is a country that definitely disappointed with Germany, right? But I think they are kind of on a rebuilding, because sometimes in football, guys all get old at the same time. And of course, Spain, La Liga, they're going to be very tough. Very, 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 very tough. So, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to see. But it's hard for me to pick a team because I'll kind of wait for injuries because that's what happens. And whoever gets to the quarters healthy probably have a better chance to make it than not. But this is not like a game where you get hot and go on the run and win. This is a little different than that. So, because one goal is it, right? So it's not like you're scoring a bunch of runs and that's not the way this game goes. So,
let me ask you this: you said earlier here when you did your spot here about the World Cup, how as Americans, watch another game, watch another team play, and see how it's really done. I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, DA. Most Americans might think that the U.S. who are casual fans, and I used to be a casual fan. I think I'm into it a little bit more. That the American team is like the best. Nah, America's not really good at this.
Yeah, we're
behind.
Yeah, we're just getting there, and that's with all the money that we spend and everything else.
Right.
They call it the beautiful game because of Brazil, right? So, if you watch the way they do what they do, you'll see there's a difference, right? I saw a dude in the middle of the game stand on the ball and spin around on the ball.
We talked about that, yes.
So, and this is just what they do, right? So, the tricks, you watch kids play basketball, they do trick plays outside the game, before the game starts. No, these dudes do trick plays during the game. This is just what they do.
So Brazil's like the rock.
Yeah, this is how they learn to play. So it's
so they like the and one.
No, that's it's not. But yes, for basketball, that I guess you would equate it to that. But to them, it's not and one. It's just the way
it's the real. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. It's how they play.
It's just the way we do it. So.
Right.
I think it should be fun, man, and I think America's going to get there, but we just can't be arrogant about how quickly it's going to take us to get there.
Agreed.
So we just have to work hard, and we're getting players, and we need to stop knocking down the players we have by folks saying, well, just imagine if we have LeBron James and this guy playing. No.
Ruin the segment.
No, what I'm saying is that
I got it, but
the best athletes in the country
play soccer.
Not necessarily the best athletes for that sport.
Gotcha. Understood.
That is all. So there we go.
Gotcha. Should be interesting to say the least with the World Cup. I'm excited about it. Like DA said, the U.S. plays the Netherlands at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and that's going to be a tough one there. So we'll see. This is the knockout stage, correct? One and you're done, right?
One and done, baby.
So
they got past Iran, and then they moving on.
Excuse me, that's Iran to you.
Oh, excuse me. Before, no, let me stop.
Reporter told my man and he gave a great but I won't get into that. But go ahead. It's Iran to you, sir.
Iran, the Iranians. It was a knockout game for them, but they won, right? I'm I believe they won. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah. Yep.
So also I
They
wanted to
got
point
the
out before
points.
we move on. You also said something, DA. I wanted to point it out too about how this World Cup, and it's a it's the World Cup. How, like you said, for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, all types of people sit together. They're rooting against one another. They're hugging against one another, and it's all underneath the gauze of football.
Right.
World
It's
football.
people are
And
people, man. It's just
people are people.
it's the other thing that makes things a little weary. But
Convoluted.
Complicated.
you'll have people that don't get along for a game.
And
It's country against country, but they love the sport. But they're going to give you props
right.
for a good tackle, for a good goal, for a good whatever you're doing, playing defense, moving somebody off, and it's the little things that real football or soccer fans see in the game that impresses them. It's not the goals. It's probably the pass to the goal or the pass before that,
Right.
that led to that goal happening. So that's the way folks kind of think about that game rather than just like us here, we think about the dunk or who catches the touchdown. I guess your analogy would be like, somebody is saying, oh, great touchdown by Odell Beckham, but you're looking at that line and that block for 4 seconds for that thing to happen. Right. So that's what's important to you is the small parts of it. Not so much that, of course everybody loves the goals, but there are things, there are things that make a goal happen.
The little things in between.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what people that are real fans get into, but it is what it is. No problem. We welcome you all. The bandwagon is open, and it'll stay
Yeah,
open.
absolutely. And
Kevin and I talked about this in America. We used to have a league here back when I was a kid with Pele and the Cosmos back in New York, and America just wasn't ready for it
Nope.
then.
It
But
folded.
there were some visionary folks that I guess started it back then. So they knew they had the right idea, and it did work in the respect that we are a World Cup qualifying team, whereas in the 70s and the 80s we didn't even try to get to the World Cup. Like it wasn't even a thought. So we just started trying to get there. So it's all love for me. I enjoy it.
I enjoy watching it. Like I said, I'm not by means no soccer aficionado, but I watch it enough where I'm learning more of the game and talking to people that do and who do play soccer. And I appreciate their insight and appreciate DA's insight for talking about it and coming through. And like I said, we try to talk all sports here. Sports chases for a reason. And
Mbappe.
what you say?
Mbappe. That's the newest French. He's nice.
Right. Yes. I think he was
Michael
on.
Jordan.
He actually was on TV this morning. They interviewed him this morning.
Yeah.
But my point with the gathering of people, and that's what I'm saying about sports, man. If we can, for 3.5 hours or 3 hours, wherever you're at the rink, the court, the basketball court, you forget about, who what the next person's next to you. I went to the Hornets game the other night. Me and Mike Mills went to Hornets and the Sixers game. And probably people asking me, why did y'all go to that game? But, whatever. But me and Mike Mills went. It was good. The Hornets were 4-12 at the time. I think the 76ers were a little bit, 500. Needless to say, but, when you go to a sporting event, for those 3 hours, you root against your team and, you get to talk junk to the next person, whatever. And like DA said, man, they're just people, man. These people are just people. So it is what it is. We will keep you locked in on the soccer front. DA, we appreciate you with bringing the World Cup soccer to sports chasers, man. So appreciate that, man. We're going to move right
along. Get FIFA.
No doubt.
I'll have all the leagues next year, man.
No doubt. We appreciate that, bro. We'll look forward to that.
By the way, is Messi the highest paid soccer player?
DA. We know the D. Somebody offered him a boatload of money.
I don't think he's the highest paid right now.
Okay. He just got offered a bunch of money, a gang of money from somebody.
He'll get it.
How old is he though?
He's 30 something. He's about 30 something.
I heard
him young, but no.
So what's old and young?
Soccer is an extremely young man's game. At
Oh, it's
31,
got to be, yeah.
32, you're out.
Yeah, you got to be
You're
on a.
Yeah, 31, 32, you're done. Because of the because you don't stop running.
Yeah, you're not outrunning them little young boys at 20.
No.
Nope.
But those 20-year-olds sometimes don't make it to that level, right? Because it's hard, man. But it's hard for a reason, So in every country that has a league, La Liga, Bundesliga, Dorian League, Champions League in Europe, they all have 3 or 4 different levels of teams underneath them. So, the reason why guys are good is because they have to be good all the time. They can't take days off. Mm-hmm. Because if you take a few days or seasons off and not doing well, they'll just put you to a lower team and let you go. That's, and they definitely do the fire sale shit in soccer. So, and it's not just from a specific league, it's from league to league. Like,
right.
You can go from one league to another league in the middle of the year. You can be playing in Europe and then be in Spain, so they can move you. And the money is ridiculous. So, because those games are packed. They packed. At the highest level, the games are crowded just like the games you see now. Even in the Bundesliga, and I'm going to let this go, where it can be a 40-degree game. And Bayern Munich is playing somebody else, and it's packed. And dudes got on hats and gloves and shorts. And they play it. I don't think they'll let them wear leg tights, but yeah, right. And it's packed. This is what they do,
right?
So that's their Dallas Cowboys, the Buffalo Bills, and they're at the game. But the players, like I said, I love relegation. The players and teams fight to stay good every year because if you're not, they will move your ass out.
Sounds like you're advocating relegation here in the States.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing this for years.
NBA.
I don't know how to make it work, but I would love to see it.
NBA.
But everywhere.
NBA. We're going to move right along. We're going to move right along to college football. All my college football heads. Hey, they just did the college football playoff ranking on yesterday, and Georgia will be number 1. Georgia is number 1. Michigan is number 2. JaRule.
TC.
TCU.
Yeah, TCU gonna shut me up, boy. I tell you, go ahead, TCU.
And USC is number 4. Ohio State, who lost. No, they got beat by Michigan in their place. Hey, let's talk about that real quick. Michigan, Ohio State. The corner who's getting roasted all day long. Someone got some Ohio State fans that get at me. Hey, get at me in the chat, man. What's up, my man? He was getting roasted all day long.
I leave, me, I leave the kids alone. With the kids. But I think you got that, right? So that guy was getting toast out, right? Like Melvin Toast Patterson back in the days. New York Giant. Great.
Yeah.
Good man, Toast. Right? But
Toast.
The craziest thing that to me was the same thing it's always been with Ohio State. And guys, don't think I don't like Ohio. I like all the teams. I don't really have a team.
Sound like some hate mail game come your way.
No. But I always say the same thing, man. They're soft. Whenever they play against a big boy, they get bullied. Their game is to throw the ball around the field. They're faster than you, and they'll score a lot of points, and they do that. But when you slow it down and you run in that rock and you toting that thing, you see by the second half they don't really want no more smoke.
Right.
And that's what happened in this game. And I'm like, football, the game itself is not a hard game to think about, but dog, Donovan Edwards run for 200 and 16 fucking yards, man. On 22 carries. That was 10 yards, damn near a carry. That means their offensive line was eating your defensive line's lunch, dinner. They slept in your bed. They woke up the next day, ate breakfast, took a shit in your bathroom, and left. That's what happened.
That's a lot.
Well, that 216 yards is a lot.
That's a lot. Excuse me, y'all.
That was a physical beating. So I can tell you what, the coach they have at Ohio State now, he has some choices to make because Harbaugh is not changing what he's doing. Whatever state he's getting those big offensive linemen from, he's going back. Going back. Because any running back can run behind that. I mean, 216 yards?
Stop. That's crazy. That's crazy.
B-Dub, your thoughts on Michigan and Ohio State?
I mean, I'm kind of shocked because I thought Ohio State is the better or was the better team, but I mean, college football, one game, any given Saturday or Sunday, whatever, you could get taken to the woodshed. So,
that's going to continue to happen the same way.
Yeah, you think so?
It happened last year this way. They ran the ball on them. They ran the ball down their throats. And they will continue to do so until Ohio State
got to fix it. They're going to have to fix that. They're going to have to do better at recruiting and figure it out. Because to get dragged like they did by Michigan, Michigan was at home, right?
No, that game was in Ohio State.
Right? Yeah, that was in Ohio State.
Remember, they planted the flag in the middle of the field, man.
That's right.
Made Ohio State the Buckeyes real mad. Yeah, but hey, shout out to Michigan real quick. Michigan, we absolutely killed Harbaugh on this show.
Yes.
We absolutely have the last 3 years. They was like, yo, when he got to go.
He's trash.
And he's absolutely the last 2 years he has turned it around.
Stayed the course. He stayed the course.
Michigan guy, is this right, DA? And I got some Michigan people. They'll let me know. The job is to beat Ohio State every year. Well, that is your job.
Yeah, you got to do that first. Then they want to get the national championship.
Yes.
After that, and I'm not sure they're ready to do that yet. I just know they drug these dudes.
Right. Right. Can anybody beat Georgia?
No.
Nah, me neither. There's some grown men on that team. There's
defense too good.
Yeah.
The defense too. Listen, man, football is the same at every level you play. I don't care how much you score. If you don't let them score, you will win the game. And Georgia be putting the supreme beat down on dudes. Like they hit fundamentally, they tackle fundamentally. Like, remember, Kirby Smart's a defensive dude. He's a defensive dude. He was Saban's defensive dude for years. And they got that out there. They got that defense thing popping. Oregon was the beginning of the year. Oregon scored 3 points. They beat them like 50-something to 3. First game of the year, Oregon. Stop it. Like, come on, man. I'm going to give them their flowers, I guess they say. I don't think no one can beat that team. I don't.
Yeah, I think they're very strong. College football, go ahead.
I got one more question. If TCU, USC lose, does Alabama have an outside chance of getting it?
Yeah, Alabama and Ohio State go in.
Yeah. So
I heard ratings go up, I guess.
I heard what's his name, Kevin Warren, no relation. The Big Ten president said he's making a quote unquote a play for Ohio State. And I was like, nah, man, you can't lose late, man. He of all people should know college football. You can't lose late. You lose late, it's in everybody's memory. And no, if they would play this game early in the year, who knows? But no, this game is played every Saturday after Thanksgiving. since I was a little one, and I know before that, you can't lose. You
Yeah.
can't lose.
All right,
You
all right.
How
can't
many
lose.
games we got now? We got one more, two more games
You got the conference championships now,
Conference
and
championship if you
and
play
and,
them.
and hey, shout
this
out to my
weekend.
alma mater. Yep, shout out to my alma mater, Purdue. Purdue might.
That is they might get beat by 50.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
reeled off.
yeah. D. Yeah,
Wait,
they might. Yeah, they
They
might
might
get
get
beat
they might
by
get stretched
70.
out. Yeah, they might get stretched out this game.
Yeah.
But
no,
this is
I thought you was gonna say
Yeah,
you got me.
he thought you were gonna jump on the bandwagon, D. Nah, y'all gonna get beat by 85 points. Please
y'all
don't
gonna get
come
trouble.
back ever.
Y'all
That's
gonna
what's
get
gonna
trouble.
happen.
Y'all gonna get
Don't
trouble up in that
come back
facility.
here. Don't
Shout
act
out to
like y'all can play
the
football because that's what y'all
That's
doing. Y'all
I
acting
know
like y'all can
my
play.
shirt tonight, man.
Yeah.
I think that's the number one issue with the Big Ten.
There's
And
a
this is
difference,
where other conferences will always, at
right?
least for now, will fall behind the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Is because if you play just your regular schedule in the SEC, you'll probably play 5 ranked teams, right? So if you're Alabama, you play LSU, they were ranked. Tennessee was ranked. I think one of those Mississippis they played was ranked. So I guess that's 3 or 4 games of ranked teams. If you are Michigan, they only played like Ohio State. Like Indiana's not ranked, Nebraska's not ranked, Purdue's not ranked,
Whoa! Purdue is
Northwestern's not
ranked.
ranked.
Purdue's ranked. Purdue's. Hold
What,
on. Go ahead.
25, 20 what?
Okay, D. I mean,
38? They're ranked. Purdue is ranked 38 in out of 34 teams. We were ranked Purdue 38. So you got the Penn State game, right? They were probably ranked 8 or 10 at the time. And that's the problem, man. That's where things get hard because at the end of the day, you know, you want your regular scheduled games to give you that strength of schedule. You don't want to have a situation where, your regular scheduled games against no ranked opponents. You got to have ranked opponents in your conference, and that's where, dudes have problems. Look, so the Big Ten got a championship game, and I'm not just knocking on them, right? But the Big Ten got a championship game. They have one ranked team, Michigan. Purdue's unranked, right? The UCF is 22. Tulane is 18, right? UTSA, which is, I think that's San Antonio, University of Texas San Antonio, is 23 in the country, and they play North Texas, right?
mm-hmm.
You don't have 2 ranked teams in your championship game. That's a problem for the Big Ten, which is why I think within a year or two, right, you guys are getting UCLA and USC, I think, is going to be in the Big Ten. So that'll help to correct that. But that's and going to 12 games, of course, everybody gets in. So me and Darryl will be in the next year. We'll be in the playoffs. 12 teams, everybody gets in. So it'll be good next year.
Gotcha. TCU. Any
Good team.
good team, but
They're
D
not what
Dub.
they were. Go ahead, D.
Yo, good teams, but they're not going. We already know what time it is, man. TCU is like what was that? What was that team? That Florida team that Mike Milley was talking about that they're
Central
always
Florida,
Central Florida.
central.
UCF.
It's like they those teams should play those teams, man. And I guarantee you we'll have a great game. But once you start talking about Georgia, you stepping up, or if it was Alabama, you're not gonna beat that team.
They don't play good defense in that conference. So
Well, yeah, they never
I
play
get
defense in that
yeah,
conference.
but so
You
they're
know
going to
what
go
I'm
the
saying?
same way Oklahoma did.
So it's
Get
gonna be,
smoked.
yeah, it's gonna be, nice. Congratulations, guys. It's been real. Yeah, I mean, you know, they didn't have a
Yeah,
chance. They're not gonna have a
I
chance.
don't think so.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got to play
So,
defense, man.
you could go ahead and play, but do you really want to go play because you got the money, the bag is at the end. So are you gonna play that game anyway?
I mean, you look at it. They're going to score. They're going to try to score. But what happens when they can't score? Can they stop you from scoring?
No, they're going
because they
to
ain't
make me
tackle nobody
turn
all
that TV off.
season.
That's what.
Yeah, they ain't tackled nobody all season. So
Mm-hmm.
look at the scores. Look at their game scores. That 49 to 42, 38 to 35. Like, come on, man. Stop somebody.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with these are patterns. These are patterns. And TCU Horned Frogs were known to be a defensive squad in the offensive conference. So they had to switch up, they thought, and started just recruiting offensive players. And now they can't stop nobody from scoring. That's going to be an issue.
I do got a kind of question, Kev.
Go ahead.
About the coaching carousel that's going on.
Yeah, we was gonna get to that, but before you get to that, real quick, USC thoughts on USC, and I was about to get to that. USC,
okay.
They're number 4.
I'm shocked that I don't know where they came from. I mean, to be honest, the guys they kept losing, so I didn't even know USC was on the horizon. I mean, I don't know how good they are because I haven't watched a whole lot of them. DA probably could tell me more than that.
They got a good team. California is always righteous. The coach came over from Oklahoma and he brought his quarterback. I guess the third quarterback, right? Because he had Ratner, that's at South Carolina, beating Clemson and Tennessee. And then I think Williams came in for him. And when they transferred, I think Williams went with the coach. And he can play. So they got a good team, good quarterback. They always have a good running back and good receivers. Right. They're not as stout defensively, but I don't really have a problem with them playing it from the West because we don't get to see them a lot. So we can downplay them being that good, but they probably are out there. But again, it's who you play, and I guess that iron sharpens iron thing that folks talk about is
correct.
Yeah, it's real important, to guys. So and for everybody that wants to get at me, the only game that TCU had that I will call, they held Texas to 10, November 12th, and you beat Iowa State and held them to 14. But you let Tarkenton State score 17.
Well,
so listen, play some defense, man. I'm not saying you guys can't play, but holding Colorado to 13 points is not impressive. It just doesn't impress me.
No, you're right. Well, USC is ranked number 4. Is there a Pac-12 championship game?
Yeah, they play Utah, who beat them earlier this year. So if Utah beats them again, they're out.
Yes. Now, we see how some conferences don't have conference championships, and some do. And, going forward, how do we fix that? Or we can't fix it tonight.
It's only going to be the Power 5 soon. So,
that's what D-Dub was saying. The Power 5 and then those underneath it.
Yeah, everybody else. That's it.
So
I think with 12 teams, it's not. They're saying, okay, it doesn't. They'll take the champion, right, from each of the 5 or 6 conferences, right, and then one other team from them conferences.
Right.
So everybody's involved. The TV money's there, right, because the team in your conference is going to be in a bowl game, right. So your TV money is there, and then you're good. You keep it moving. You rock it, right. So it'll be, Georgia and Tennessee. And
well, how would the
ACC, Clemson and North Carolina.
How would they keep this going?
How
would they keep this going as far as neutral site fields?
They're just gonna have. I don't know what they're gonna do. Bowl games. They can't move them.
Yeah.
Some people just gonna have some home games. Let's keep it real, man. The game in Atlanta is a home game for sure.
For sure.
You think?
If you're playing in the Rose Bowl, it's a home game for any school in California.
Yeah, Athens is not that far away. I don't know the minutes, but not the miles. But Athens, Georgia is not that far away from Atlanta. So
Cotton Bowl, if you're a Texas team, that's your home game. What they ain't gonna do is play up in Michigan. Ain't gonna be no bowl games up there. But wherever it's hot at, they'll be.
They play in Detroit though.
They could do that. But I don't
Playing,
think they got a bowl
playing
game.
short field, so.
Right? Do they have a bowl game? Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure they can make one up. The Ford Motor City Bowl.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep. Just like that.
Altoid breath stink.
Yep.
Altoid breath don't stink bowl.
Yep. Just like that.
Find one.
Altoid Bowl.
Altoid bowl.
We done gave them a plug. Altoid, hey, pay us, man.
Yeah.
We need that.
Show some love.
D-Dub, coaching carousel. Go ahead. What you got? There's a couple things. I see here Trent Dilfer about to get a gig.
Dilfer, Luke Fickle.
Luke Fickle got about to get
Wisconsin deal.
Wisconsin.
Ohio State is some rumors swirling with Mike Vrabel.
I saw that today. Let's stop right there.
Yeah.
Would Vrabel leave and go to Ohio State?
Nope.
Why? I'll tell you why he wouldn't.
I think it's a better coaching job.
Where he's at now?
Situation in Tennessee.
Oh, for sure.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. And you ain't got to talk to boosters, and you ain't got to
Nope.
families. Nope. He's an ex-NFL player, man. I don't know if he wants all that smoke. He could.
Okay.
Yeah, if the pay was right.
If the money is right, hey.
If they throw that bag at him, but like you said, go ahead. No, I said I if they throw that bag at him, he might consider it, but that's a lot, like you said, to the boosters and talking to the kids and traveling and all that stuff, and the NFL coaching job is a full-time, 24-hour operation. Man. Yeah, so
it's
go ahead.
Your life, I mean, now you can get fired quicker. And when you Ohio State coach, you own that city is yours. But I don't know why he would. First off, I don't think they're fired.
State. Yeah, what's up with that? So
I think he's a good coach. He just needs to get a real live defensive coordinator and let him do half of the recruiting, so he can bring in the players that he believes can really play defense.
Right.
Because they had defensive players, right? They had both Bosa's. They had dudes that could ball out there.
True.
They had dudes in Washington.
Yes.
Right? So those are
Chase Young.
They got 3 All-American defensive linemen. Who the hell was doing that recruiting? And if he ain't still doing that recruiting, get his ass back.
Yeah, because he has some bodies, man. He has some. Yeah, you're right about that. Definitely.
So that's
who else he do? Who you got?
You got your man, JaRule. I mean, what's his name?
Did you say JaRule?
Yeah. Matt Rhule. Yeah, Matt Rhule. Matt Rhule is he got a job. He got a job. Yeah, yeah. Where's Rhule at? Hold on, where's Rhule at? Yeah, my man. He got a job, which is not surprising.
I was Arizona State, right?
No, that went to Kenny Dillingham.
Yeah. No, Matt Rhule got the Nebraska job, I thought.
Yeah, Matt Rhule went to Nebraska.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah,
and he's like
Dillingham went to Arizona State. He replaced my main man Herm Edwards.
Yeah, Matt Rhule had $80 million still in the bag.
Yo, I ain't mad at him, bro.
Thanks to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, he did. He should be JaRule murder. He just
killing
at the ATM shooting at people. Blah, blah, blah. It's murder.
Yeah, you a gangster. I'm a gangster. Yeah. He went there. I don't know. Carolina's in that's a whole other situation. But yeah, shout out to Matt Rhule. Matt Rhule got a job in Nebraska, so we'll see.
And the bag.
And the bag. Yeah. So I ain't mad at him.
I got 2 things on that one.
Go ahead.
Nebraska's not a good job because they're no longer the black shirts, right? And 2,
back up. The black what?
The black shirts. That was the name of their defense back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Go.
So I was in high school, and that's what it was called. So and they went hard by. Their defense is crazy. It's not like that no more, right? They're shell themselves, but the problem is that they think that they're not.
And they play in the Big Ten, right?
Yeah, but they're almost like Cowboys fans. Like they think this is the good old days, when it was them against Nebraska, and they were running the wing T and.
Nothing but the good old days. What was the running back? Lawrence. Who was the running back from Nebraska?
Yeah,
Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah, he's dead now. God bless him.
God bless the dead. Yes, he was.
He killed somebody in jail and got killed in jail. Something crazy like that.
But
But
Rhule was able to rebuild Baylor at one point, right?
Well, he was only there 2-3 years. I don't know if he rebuilt them or I don't know.
I don't know. He was on a
good team. They got
trajectory of.
Yeah. No, they got better than what they were when he got there for sure.
Facts, correct.
And he did the same thing at Temple.
Yeah,
he's not a bad coach, but what would scare me is this: what's his motivation? Because Nebraska's not giving him $80 million. He can sit back and not coach at Nebraska with kids on TV and still get $80 million.
Hey, for the bag that he got from Carolina, I'm surprised he even went back to coaching.
What makes him coach? What makes him coach hard? The money's already there.
Yeah.
He got that money from Carolina. And I'm not questioning the man's character. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is that if you're already getting paid the $80 million, you may cut some corners because you're already getting paid $80 million.
Well, hopefully he don't.
Yeah, well, that's Nebraska.
No, man, that's Nebraska's problem.
Nebraska's.
They should highlight my man Deion Sanders. But
speaking of which, let's go to that. So Deion looks like Coach Deion Sanders looks like he's got a couple of gigs from other universities, such as the University of Colorado. D-Dub, what was the other few? You got a couple others look like that's coming out now. I don't have it in front of me. But we was talking earlier. I don't think Deion is leaving until his kids graduate. His two sons graduate. And then he'll go to whatever he wants. That's if he so desires. I want everybody to put their grown up pants on. College football is a business. And it's not like the good old days and people, I'm just staying for the glory. Yeah, he is swag for the time that he is. And you know what? He has put swag back on the map. So all those that are hating.
Y'all owe him.
Yes.
Big time.
College game day was in Jackson a couple weeks ago.
Jackson, Mississippi.
I'll give you one bigger. He
Go ahead.
paid to get people's names on the back of their jerseys that were not at his school. He
Not
didn't play for Jackson State.
yes, out of his pocket.
Out of his pocket. So I'm not gonna stop, man.
Listen,
stop it.
Coach Sanders he should be able to do whatever he wants to do. Because you know why? He earned it. He earned that.
Yep.
His team is 12-0, undefeated season. He earned whatever he wants to do.
And
college
did you see
football is a business.
It's a business.
This game of sports, the sports leagues are a business.
Big business.
So understand, stop. Santa is not real. Santa Claus does not come down his chimney. I hate to break it to y'all. This is a business. All right? So stop it. These guys will leave. If an opportunity comes across them, they
but
will
that
leave.
coach came in my kid's living room and told me he loved my son.
He does, because your son helped him get that next job.
The next job and the next check.
He loves him, man.
We love them. We love them all. We love them every Saturday. We love them every Sunday. We love them through the week, as long as you're winning. If you stop winning, this is it, man. It's about the team. It's about the alma mater. Yeah, it's all about that. We don't care about none of this other stuff. So, hey, if he decides to leave, man, Jackson, y'all had a good ride, man. Nobody's come to that state and done as much as he's done for that state and school and revenue and
level
kids
of excellence. He's going to create. There's a level of excellence now that people have to stay to now. If they're really serious about it, right? The fans, the folks that are there, you're packing the game out now, right? You're packing it now. If he leaves, are you still coming to the games? You better still come to the games, right? So it's not all on Deion. Sometimes it's fans and everything else. But real quick, I don't think Cincinnati I don't think UCF, I don't think Colorado are big enough for Deion Sanders. No, those three schools are not big enough.
Would Auburn would I know Auburn's job is taken? Would Auburn have been a better job?
They got my man there.
Yeah,
my man with the garden tools. He get down like that. He roll like that. Gardener.
No, I need you to stay on track there. Yes. Go ahead.
And you got Luke Fickell. I think he took the Wisconsin job.
Correct.
Luke is in Wisconsin,
which is not necessarily a bad job, but I don't think he's going to recreate Cincinnati there.
No,
because it wasn't a situation where it was his system that made it happen. What made it happen last year with Cincinnati was all those seniors that are now in the NFL. So that's also, folks got to also look at that. Every time Northwestern gets a good senior class, and they're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great team, but they're a good team.
Right.
So it takes a lot. And then usually it's seniors. And your boy Dabo been living on that senior train for a minute. And now that he ain't got none, he ain't where he was. Because I know they had a linebacker there that was there 18 years. I played with him in high school. We still in. So, the dude with the big neck roll that played for Clemson, he played all 6 of his joints.
Right.
So 5 or 6. So.
Also, Trent Dilfer,
UAB,
got introduced as UAB college coach.
Coach Dilfer.
Coach Trent Dilfer. I'm sorry, DA. University of Alabama, Birmingham. Correct. So yes.
You know what, man? We're gonna have to redo this another night because I really can't right now. Now I'm getting a little upset because now you talking about you got brothers, and I'm glad they did it. Don't get me wrong. That take HSBCUs, right? But HBCUs. Historically black colleges and universities, yes.
Yeah, I know what he's saying.
Yeah, I know it. Sorry. But the reality is, so you got coaches that get those jobs, right? Which is not a bad job, but the reality is they can't pay you like UAB. And this is with UAB actually scrapping their football team 2 years ago. They didn't have a team, right? But you got dudes, again, coming out of nowhere. And I bet you Trent Dilfer's getting more bag than most of the dudes in the black colleges. Out of nowhere. He coached the high school in Florida. He was at IMG for a while, and then I don't know what the hell else he did.
He's an ESPN NFL analyst.
He hasn't been on ESPN in years. Oh, yeah. Trent hasn't been on there in years, man. So I'm
just reporting what they're saying, brother. I'm just
saying.
You said I played golf 218 times in 2018. There's retirement, and then how I was retired. I was still getting paid by ESPN. Had the golden parachute when I left. We moved to Austin and chased our daughters around playing volleyball. I was living a life. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't fun. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't fulfilling. And I'm at my best when I'm climbing. That's according to Trent Dilfer.
Okay, I wish him luck. I just want to see what his salary is.
Shout out from Chris Vananini from The Athletic
I want to see his salary. Then I'm wondering why you get paid more than anybody else.
I don't. It's not reporting that here, but
it'll be there. We'll get there. Let's get to the NFL.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm good.
Okay, so hey, we talked a little bit before we get to the NFL. D-Dub, first of all, thank you guys for that college football segment. That was very good. Appreciate that. We're gonna go to the National Basketball Association. D-Dub, what you got on the NBA tonight?
Oh, brother, I really ain't got nothing. But other than, what do we got? The Brooklyn playing Washington tonight, 57-53 right now at the half. You got the New York Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks, 47-45 at the half. New York, the Knicks, it's a team that, I grew up watching and loving it and breaking my heart every time they could. They beat the Detroit Pistons last night, 140-110. NBA has been up and down a little bit. It's a little a little slow for some of these teams that were expected to be good. I watched the game last night, Golden State and Dallas. Dallas ended up winning that game last night. Forget the score was like one. It was in teams, of
It's a close
course.
game.
Close game. Luka Doncic, he did his thing.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Speaking of which, where you know,
I knew he was going to say it. Go
oh,
ahead.
I'm going. I'm
what
going.
what can I say about I mean, he looks like the same guys like everybody else, man. It's dribble, 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 in between the legs, step back, shoot. It's just it's a different game. I'm sure some of these young cats they love it. Some of you casual fans, y'all just love going to the game, I guess. And NBA, you know me, Kev. It don't start to Martin Luther King after Martin Luther King.
I agree with
So,
you, D.
what I'm saying? I
Go
used
ahead,
to
D.
give it to Christmas, but now I pushed it back now because, and I can't wait till my man Ryan. Where's Ryan at, Kev?
We're going to try to get Ryan back on here in the next week or
Yeah,
two.
My
we're
main
gonna
man Ryan.
my next segment right now. This next 5 minutes, I need Ryan to hone in on this and take notes.
When he gets gets a
Relax and
chance.
take notes. Okay, here we go. Listen, Luka Doncic is James Harden. That's it. Point blank period. Him. He's the same dude.
2.0?
Dribbles too much, takes all the shots. No one else on the team gets any rhythm. Usage rate is over 40%. And I don't like using those nerd stats, but there you go. If you want to have it, there it is. Great player scores, right? Now, what I told Kev earlier tonight is that I, as a 53-year-old man, I'm going to put my foot down now, and I am no longer allowing folks on television, in podcasts, on your block, in your bathroom, and in the barbershop change the fucking syllabus. Syllabus is not changing anymore. I am not taking any new syllabuses. This is it, right? So we are no longer having talks about dudes being MVPs that don't play defense.
Preach.
Period. I like Luka. I think he can play. I think he's nice.
Oh, there go Ryan.
I'm a fat guy, and I'm out of shape. But dude is out of shape. He's not in the shape he could be, one, and he doesn't play defense. You can just guarantee that Luka score 40.
He can do that.
But whoever he's guarding is going to score 25.
Yeah, he
Right?
can do
That's
that.
just the reality of it. Because Luka plays no D. And I am not. And I don't have a vote. So I may never have a vote. Don't matter. But there are no MVPs that don't play defense. No. I'm not going to allow these guys on TV to start talking about Luka for MVP until he plays some defense. And he's a great player. He's probably the second, third best player in the league, I guess, at this point in time, based on his 40-point games and triple doubles and everything else.
Dude,
How
this
many
team
steals you
is,
got?
MVP is stop. Let's pump the brakes. This team is 10-10.
Yeah, man.
It's 10-10 team. All right. If we ain't talking, Boston is 17-4. Shout outs to Boston for all the stuff they've been through from the beginning of the season, and to still come out and play ball and at a high level. 17-4. That's a pretty good record. Right behind them is the Milwaukee Bucks in the East. Those are the two teams, top teams. Suns are 14-6, Nuggets 13-7, and yeah, I'm not even talking no other teams that's underneath the eighth seeds. So anything 9 through 15, I'm not talking about them. And y'all know who I'm talking about. And I should say that because I said about the Knicks, I'm not talking about them neither. Anything after eighth, we're not talking about you. So that includes the Brooklyn Nets, who's got that ninth spot right now. Everything
Hey,
else,
Ryan, I agree with you.
yeah,
Houston Prime, Harden was the offensive savant. How many chips did they get?
none,
Okay.
absolutely none.
Yeah, this is what I'm seeing for Luka Doncic, is that he dribbles the ball too much. he doesn't get it to folks. Like, so assists, it's like with Westbrook. Assists are different if you play basketball. Like, you can pass the ball to somebody and they score, and that's an assist. It's timing of the game,
right.
Timing in the shot clock. But
Right.
you're not getting the ball from this dude till there's 3 seconds left on the clock. Watch the games. Because Dinwiddie could be a great scorer. He got to rock. This guy got out the way.
D, I remember them talking about the same player. Oh, he holds the ball too much. Oh, and they didn't give him no love. Carmelo Anthony. And I watch these guys, and they do the same exact thing. Hold the ball, dribble. It's the same players.
And if you say he can get the same excuse that Carmelo did. I got nobody else here. But everybody gives this dude a pass, and they're talking about the MVP, and everybody hated Carmelo. The game is not that much different, folks. It is just not.
Then I watch other teams who pass the ball, and the offense looks so nice, like an orchestra. And we don't, no love for those teams at all.
Well, that's why Golden State just wins the chip. Like, forget it. We'll just don't worry about it. We ain't got to talk about it.
We will have Ryan back on here here in a couple.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait.
That's my thing for the day, man. I heard too much Luka, and I like Luka a lot, but he's not what they say he is.
Before we go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
No, not till you play defense.
You heard it here. You got to play both sides of the ball. But he's a one-way player.
There's no such thing.
One way, two way.
You get two-way checks, right? Okay. No.
Two-way checks. Let me be Dan, the hockey dude, for 5 minutes and talk just a little bit of hockey. In the hockey news, the Bruins have extended their National Hockey League record season opening home win streak to 13. Hold on I had it right here. The standings here. Yes, the Bruins, they're the best in the East. They got 19 wins with 3 losses. You got Jersey next. Jersey's been playing good. Jersey had won like 13, 14, I believe.
Yeah.
The Rangers the other night they played my Rangers. Rangers went up 2-0 after, I want to say, the first 2 minutes. The Devils came back, and then they went up 3-0. The Devils came back and won that game 4-3. The Rangers have been losing a bunch of games where teams have been coming back. Kind of, i.e., what's the football team? We'll get to that in a moment. That can't seem to hold a lead. Toronto. Toronto. They're next. Islanders, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Dan's Pittsburgh Penguins, who took an L last night to the Carolina Hurricanes. That's 1-8 in the Eastern Conference of the National Hockey League. In the West, you have Vegas with 17. They're 17-6-1. You got Dallas. You got the Kraken, who's playing well. The expansion team.
Kraken playing really well.
14-5. The Winnipeg Jets, 14-6. The LA Kings. I didn't see that either. 12-9. The Colorado Avalanche, the Stanley Cup champs. Hey, they're coming back a little bit. They're winning. It's 12. They're 12-7. Edmonton is 12-10. Number 7 in the conference. Calgary is 10-9 in the conference, bringing up. Speaking of Calgary, Matthew Tkachuk came back to play in Calgary on last night. He was the former. He got traded from the Florida Panthers from Calgary, and Florida played them last night, and he got a standing ovation last night during the game. So it was good to see that. Hats off to him. Let me see something here as I scroll through that. The last thing I want to say was prayers for my man Chris Letang from the Penguins. He suffered his second stroke within the last couple of years, man. He's going to be out indefinitely.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a blue liner for the Penguins. He suffered his second stroke. Really good player with the Penguins, and he's going to be out indefinitely until he gets his health together. So shout out to him. And last but not least, here on the thing, Dallas Stars sent if I'm saying this correctly, Rupe Hintz signed an 8-year, $67.6 million contract. The contract carries an annual average of $8.45 million a year. It keeps him in Dallas through the year 2030 to 31. Hintz is one of the NHL's best. Look at this. It's one of the best NHL's best two-way forwards.
Huh?
Let me say that again. Sound like I'm in church. Hintz is one of the NHL's best two-way forwards and broke out during the 2020 Stanley Cup playoffs. The 26-year-old has recorded 8 goals and 24 points in 22 games this season and has been an essential part of the Dallas Stars' excellent Stars start to this year. This is according to Yahoo Sports' Aaron Vassin of Yahoo Sports. Thank you, sir, with that. And that's Kev, your hockey dude for the night with the National Hockey League. So we'll move on to our last segment here tonight, the National Football League and what's on tap for this upcoming week. But before we do that, let me just read this to kind of grind Dorian's gears. I don't know if y'all saw this, but this is according to Eric Edelholm of the NFL. He says Matt Rhule says on what he changed from the Panthers' tenure, I think I probably would have just taken another job. I think I'll probably, according to Matt Rhule, is settling into his new job in Nebraska head coach, but he took time to look back at his troubled stint with the Carolina Panthers. I think I probably would have taken another job, Rhule said on the Season with Peter Schrager podcast. A great place with wonderful people, but I just don't know if I was a fit there. Okay. Rhule was hired by the Panthers in January 2020 after being lured away from Baylor, receiving a 7-year contract worth $62 million after winning only 11 of his 38 NFL games over parts of 3 seasons. The Panthers, David Tepper, fired him. Owner of the Carolina Panthers fired him in early November. That's all I got to say about that, DA.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that.
Life is good. Life is good. Good job with Peter Schrager. Whatever. But you took $67 million and won 11 games.
Is he by far the worst transaction as far as from college to football, college to pros? Because you got Steve Spurrier.
Urban Meyer, man.
Oh yeah. How could I forget him? Spurrier wasn't that good either with Washington.
Yeah, but expectations.
No.
Everybody thought Urban was going to come in there and win a Super Bowl.
Urban was awful. He was awful. And you can see what Peterson has done with this team. So.
Hard. But he can dance.
Yeah.
Wind up on that thing there, Wind up. Music can deal with.
With that said, let's go to Thursday night. We'll go to some of the games here. Hey, intriguing one. Buffalo versus New England. Buffalo's playing 2 consecutive Thursday nights. They visit New England. Buffalo's 8-3. New England 6-5. I'm taking Buffalo. Buffalo's looks like hopefully they're getting their stuff together and they should be winning this game.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to stay close with your man.
They dropped 7-4, right? And then they have the same record as Baltimore, Cincinnati, Tennessee,
Jets.
And the Jets. So they
who's in that division?
They've got to win this game.
Yes. D-Dub, thoughts on New England and the Bills?
Yo, New England played a good games on Thursday, Thanksgiving night against Minnesota.
Yep.
Probably most should have won the game, but they let Buffalo. They let Allen and the Diggs connection, run wild, and but in this one I got I got Buffalo. Buffalo, they gotta take control of this division somehow. Well, by winning, of course, but yeah, I'm going to look for Buffalo to get back in charge of things here.
Okay. Um, let's go on to our next game. I don't think we need to look at Steelers and Falcons. I mean, even though the Falcons are second place in the NFC South,
Yeah.
but I don't think we
I
need to
put
look
3
at that.
Cowboys teams up there.
Russell Wilson playing the Ravens.
Oh my God!
Broncos. I don't know. Let me real quick. Let me just look in this camera real quick. I don't know how true this is. They said Russell Wilson had a party over the weekend, and like half of his teammates came.
You said what?
He had a birthday party over the weekend. I don't know how true this is. He had a
Okay.
birthday party over the weekend, and like half the team didn't show up.
Didn't show up.
You know,
Kev,
52 dudes. I don't want all 52 dudes there.
Yo, well, 1, 2. This has been an absolute disaster.
Disaster. Yes.
Disaster for it's either one or two things that Richard Sherman and that Legion of Boom was really.
But it can be both
that.
things.
It could be two things could be right at the same time.
Yeah.
It could be that they was really Pete Carroll was really coaching his ass off, and protecting this guy at quarterback and calling different type of plays for this guy. But we have never, and Russell Wilson has been playing. I don't forget how long, what year this is from, but we have never seen this guy look this like
pedestrian.
It doesn't add up. It's just like, wait a minute. Just a couple months ago, everybody's talking about, Russell to Denver and this team should be, and he left all that in Seattle, coming over here to Denver, and you're not getting that same quarterback. It's almost like, you go buy that car, and wait a minute, this is not the Mercedes Benz,
Nope.
that I seen in
They give you a Mercury.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I asked for a Mercedes Benz.
XR4 Ti.
And you gave me a Datsun. You know what I'm saying? So, there's something not right. Denver is 3-8. Awful. Baltimore plays them. Baltimore should beat them. Baltimore needs a win. And after that debacle that happened on Sunday, they better go out here and at home and take care of business.
Take care of Denver, really. DA, what you got in this game real quick, since we mentioned Russell?
I can't. Russell, I don't know what it is. I'll give him another year. I think the system is just not one that he's right in.
So you're taking the coaches.
No. The coach is bad because he gave him the wrong system to begin with, right? So the dude in Miami gave Tua a system that works for him, not that works for the coach.
And why do we continue? Well, not us, because we say, and I never been on the NFL coaching field, played only high school. Why do these coaches continue to fit the square peg in a round hole? And I know that's a rhetorical question. It's ego.
Yes.
I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it my way. Yes. No Frank Sinatra. No.
Everybody tries.
They're not popular. Yeah, but Ravens should win.
Gotcha. I'm picking the Ravens too. Next game, Packers and Bears. Both teams going nowhere fast. It's over for the Packers. I don't care what they're saying. Mathman eliminated. Jordan Love, put him in, see what he can play. Let him play. Aaron, rest up and see you can go latch on somewhere. Go get you another Super Bowl like what's the name?
No. And I don't care. I don't give a damn how many times you go on McAfee show and yo man, miss me with you guys.
McAfee, my man.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Don't care. These guys, man, whatever. Dude, sit down, put love in, And Green Bay is going to have to figure this out now. I mean, they want to go ahead and you know sign them up for next year.
I heard
That's
sports
none of my
personalities say today, well, you don't want to make Aaron mad.
Oh, man, please.
Him. Fuck out of here.
But since when? This is a whole nother show. Since when these teams are so scared of these guys? Like it used to be
$50 million guaranteed.
It used to be, yeah. It used to be, hey, we're gonna do what's best for the team. Now we scared to let this player go, and the player is past his prime now. I don't give a damn what you say. He's 47 years old. He's
39.
Over past his prime. I don't care what you said. You can give me Tom Brady. Tom Brady is past his prime now. All right. Teams need to start looking at what's best for the team and not what's this player.
But, you're a part of ageism.
No, I'm not.
I'm a part of.
I'm part of realism.
Bad. Yeah, the team playing bad, and now it's Todd Bowles' fault.
Yeah. Right. Nah, get out of here. Nope. Stop it. Stop it. Let's move on to the next game. Let's not get Jaguars and Lions. Next, Browns and Texans.
Next.
I would say next. Yeah, next on that.
Watson be coming back. So
Watson should be coming back. Jets. This is a good game. This is going to test the Jets.
This is going to test old Mike White. Is he going to be Mike White?
The 7-4 go to Minneapolis and go visit the 9-2 Vikings. The Jets are a defensive team. The Vikings are an offensive explosion team. Kirk Cousins keeps on Mike Mills, where you at? Hey, they're 9-2. Mike, they can only finish 9-8 if they lose the rest 6 games. I think this one's going to be close. I'm pulling for the Jets, but I think the Vikings are going to find some way to get this done. 20-17.
Yeah,
2017.
Yeah, who you got, D-Dub?
Well, first of all, let me go back. Let's go back for a minute.
To the good.
We don't know what this. I don't know what this Mike White is. I don't know if he's the real deal, but he plays ass off.
He got them moving that ball.
He
compared to what he was doing the other couple of days with the other quarterback.
Okay, but is he the real deal though? Is this glass slipper going to change? Is he going to turn back into a pumpkin?
Well, teams get tape on you.
We'll see.
This is the next level, the next week, and he's playing a better team. Exactly. So we'll see if this Mike White is what he did to Chicago. Now Chicago was Chicago. It's a bad team. It's not a great team, but he played well even for playing a bad team. So we'll see. But I'm probably going to go with Minnesota. Minnesota came out on Thursday night, played a heck of a game. That Jefferson, that cat is something else, man. He's a special
right there.
Special receiver there, man.
Win that championship, so.
Yeah. And how did he go so low when he came out? I mean, there was other players, but that's here nor there. But I expect Minnesota to win this game. This game is it at MetLife or is it?
It's
Minnesota.
It's Minnesota. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna probably go with Minnesota on that one. But it should be a good game. I'm pulling for the Jets though, because it's good to see the Jets playing good.
For Robert Saleh. He's a
Saleh. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, did you pick? You got the Vikings or you got the Jets?
Yeah, I got the Vikings, man.
Got you. Let's move on to the NFC East. NFC East. Everybody's above 500. Here's a crazy conundrum: the Commanders and the Giants face each other back-to-back weeks. Don't never quite see that, but they'll play the first game at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, that's good.
This coming Sunday, Commanders are 7-5. The
Giants played them already this year.
Nope.
Not played them. Nope.
It's a
So
couple of games because we haven't played Philadelphia either. No,
nope,
no,
no,
we
we haven't
didn't. We haven't played
Philadelphia
Philadelphia yet. We got two
or the
games
Commanders.
later on in the season, and
Yep.
it's like I think Philly's like the last game, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back,
No,
but
Philadelphia is the second to last game, and
second
then
last.
against the
Yeah,
Giants. But
yeah,
let's get to this game here. The Commanders versus the Giants. The Giants been reeling back to life, back to reality. Hate to sound like the whole Soul to Soul song, but
They're okay.
Giants need to run the ball.
They're
Do what they
okay.
do best. Run the ball.
Yeah.
Commanders are no slouch.
Yeah, that defensive line. That's going to be a good game to watch, man.
yeah. I
I
think
think
this is probably one of the better games. 1:00. It's
1 o'clock games. Yep.
one of the better games that's going to take place on Sunday. So
Yep.
I would tell
I'm
people to check this
I'm
game
gonna
out.
I'm gonna make the Giants win this game 20 to 17. Late field goal, they'll win it. Who you got, D-Dub?
Yo, Washington's playing good, man. Washington's actually
Yeah.
playing really good. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this Giant team right now. I mean, I don't know. They might have enough to beat Washington.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington pulls this
No,
out.
me neither.
I think they kind of, if I had it, I'm probably going to pick against the Giants and Washington win this game.
Okay.
Like you said, it would probably be a close one, like a 28-21 game.
I'm going with Washington.
Okay.
Go with the Goddaddy. Goddaddy.
He's going to Washington. Well, let me go to DA's team. 4 o'clock game. This is going to be a good game too, man. The Dolphins travel out west to meet these Niners. The coach, the head coach from the Dolphins, goes back to the West Coast, to the San Francisco area. The Dolphins are 8-3, 8-0, 2 when he starts. The Niners are 7-4. Look like they have righted the ship. Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm and Christian McCaffrey getting in where he can fit in. DA, I'm gonna go with you first. Who you got?
All right,
Dolphins
this
on the
is
Niners.
very simple here.
Okay.
I think the Dolphins will win if they score first. Because you put that pressure on Jimmy G to come back, he gets whacked.
Even a field goal?
No, he's been playing very well this year. He hasn't been trying to overdo anything. I do not think the Dolphins' defense is that good. So if we can get to him, defense. I'm sorry, not their offense is great. We don't have a DB to cover their dudes. Not one on the field. We're not going to have one on Sunday. So they may as well just run track meet. We got nobody to run with them. We just got to help. We have to stop them, at the front, and maybe speed them up and do some things to get him. D'Amico Ryans is going to have to call a hell of a game, but I would take the Dolphins winning because those receivers, man, and their defense is not bad.
Right.
They have a middle of the road, defense, pretty good. Not great, not over 10, but they're between 10 and 20.
Yeah.
So now we have a great defense. Our offense is better. If we could utilize our weapons, I think we have a better. Man, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna go with the Dolphins, man. I hope I'm wrong this time because that's my mob, and my mob got to win. So but I got to go with my head, not the heart. So.
Gotcha.
Tua is, for all those people, he is no doubt MVP eligible. Like when dudes are like, nah, F him, Mahomes.
Between him and Hurts and Holmes.
Look at the stats, B. And those are my Alabama quarterbacks I told you about. All three of them can play. So they got 4 coming in this year. So
2,500 yards, 19 TDs, 3 interceptions, man. I mean, he speaks to himself, man.
Yep.
Kev, I'm going with San Francisco to win this game. I think
thank you.
I think San Francisco, they at home. I believe this is a home game. Yeah.
It's home game for the Niners in Santa Clara. Yes.
Yeah. And really this is going to be but no, I'm going to say this is going to be for Tua. Tua needs to show this is a team, he's playing a good team. So we'll see. I want to see can he get his team over the top if he beat the San Francisco team. But I think San Francisco
I
should
like
win.
it. Sound like you about to say, sing. Can you stand the rain, Tua?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
I'm man. This is a good. When I saw this game, and the Dolphins are out west 2 consecutive weekends in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
they
be
got
in
a tough schedule.
They got
Coming up.
and in LA the next week. And hey, shout out to the NFL for getting that right. They flexed that game. Yes, Dolphin fans, I'm showing y'all some love. Yes, they flexed that game. Shout out to the NFL for flexing that game. Where I forgot who was the other game, but they got rid of that game, and the Chargers and the Dolphins will be the Sunday night standalone game the following week on the 11th.
Okay.
So shout out to them. This is such a tough game. I'm gonna pick the Niners. I think
Thank you.
hopefully the Niners can defensively, like DA said, they run it. They DBs. They have nobody to stop them boys out there, them receivers for the Dolphins. But maybe the front 3-4 can get to just put some pressure on Tua and make Tua check down or whatever. I'm picking the Niners 28-24. I'm rolling with that, man. Oh man, like I said, so many good games here. Titans go to Philadelphia to visit the Eagles. 7-4. The Titans. Eagles are 10-1 after they smoked the Green Bay last Sunday night. I'm going to start off and say the Eagles let the good times continue to roll. They will be 11-1. Titans, I don't think they have enough to beat the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he continues to play really great. I'm picking the Eagles. Who you got, D-Dub?
Definitely going. Eagles should take care of business.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly Eagles 11-1.
Hit 'em low.
I mean, what are we talking about? They have been good all year. They've uh, teams have stepped up, and the only one that really got a hit on them, who was the team that beat them a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trap me.
So,
Yeah,
trap definitely.
Philadelphia should win this game. Probably not even close when they win.
Gotcha.
I got Philly. AJ Brown, gets his old team.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good game to see if the free agent acquisitions that Philadelphia picked up, Dominican Sue and the other dude,
right,
are going to be worth their paychecks because King Henry is a coming. So
he's coming.
Yeah.
That train is coming. It's
yes.
definitely express. Next stop is 59th Street. Then clear the closing doors.
Please.
Next game, another good game, the 425 game. The Chiefs visit the Bengals. The Chiefs are 9-2. Bengals are 7-4. This is a repeat of the conference AFC Conference Championship.
Yeah.
And well,
I like Cincinnati, man.
Cincinnati's putting things together. I think the Bengals should win. D-Dub, did you want to elaborate? I see your screen there. I'm sorry. You might have stepped away. You're taking the Bengals on DA?
Yeah. I think if they run the ball, they should win the game.
And that's what they've been doing. They've been to Samaje Perine. They've been giving him the rock.
Yeah.
No, that's what you do. Cleveland Browns. Nixon. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Another game I'm not going to look at. The Chargers are 6-5 against the Raiders. Chargers should win that game. The Sunday night game, I don't know why they haven't flexed this out. They put the Colts on again against the Cowboys. I don't know why they don't make maybe the Bengals and Chiefs.
The Dallas is going to get smoked. I mean,
Colts, yeah.
Indy's probably going to get smoked this game.
Yeah, and they are really cheering for Jeff Saturday not to make it. Sorry, I missed the Rams against the Seahawks against the Rams.
Who cares?
No, we don't care. Seahawks are 6-5, Rams are 3-8. Rams season is over. Super Bowl. whatever they had, it's over.
Yeah, it's a hangover of
Yeah.
epic proportions.
And the NFC South, the 4-8 Saints visit the 5-6 first place Buccaneers. First place is up for grabs.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's the Bucks better get their stuff together, and it ain't Todd Bowles' fault. Stop it.
It's not.
Stop it.
I don't believe
Stop it, y'all.
It can't be any one person's fault. Man.
No, it's a team collective effort. So, yeah. Well, hey, it's 90 minutes, and we have done our job. I think we have covered everything here. Yes, we have covered. We did NBA news, MLB free agency. Judges still have
your boy John Jones is coming back. The UFC
coming back to do what?
Fight.
D-Dub, be serious.
I am serious. John Jones.
You the boxing and UCF guy, John Jones. Go ahead before we get out of here.
I don't know what to say. I mean, if he's coming back, hopefully he keeps himself clean and do the right thing.
Like 240 pounds now.
Yeah,
big,
I mean,
he's a heavyweight now.
He's a bad boy when he's right, but he hasn't been right. He's always been on some nonsense, man. It's always going on with this guy. So, shout outs to him. Hopefully he gets it right.
Anything in the boxing front, from the professional boxing front, lightweight, heavyweight, anything going down?
Other than I think Gervonta Davis, he has a fight coming up in the next year. This I don't know why we can't get the fight. I don't want to sound like a broken record.
Nope, we're gonna keep saying it.
Crawford and Spence.
We're gonna keep saying
the game is so. That's why again. That's why the interest. Everybody loses interest in these fighters because they don't fight. Yeah. UFC got it right, but then again, when you got a commissioner who knows what he's doing, Dana White, shout outs to him. He knows what he's doing. Gets the people out, get the
But he treats them like Barnum and Bailey.
Well, listen. That's what it is, bro. It is what it is. That's
the hardest thing with
the game. It's the fight game. That's what it is.
Dana controls the law, so he can do that.
Yeah.
In boxing, no one controls the law.
No, because of the different sanctions in the leagues. Yeah. Correct.
Thus is the problem. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. It's for the true diehards, they'll continue to watch. We'll continue to watch. But for it's just disappointing that you can't get the fights that you want to see and the fighters, the fights you want to see. Period.
Yeah, really not.
But
my man Crawford, I'm gonna see him in the old folks home.
Yeah. I think Spence. I think in what's my man's name? Puerto Rican dude. He lost his belt to Spence. But anyway, I'll get back to this. That's how bad it is, Kev.
Dang. So nothing before Christmas, no good Christmas fight.
You're not gonna see nothing prior to after the New Year.
Okay.
To after the year,
I guess they got to get their thing into big holiday shopping and deck the halls with files of la 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 and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that fala, nonsense, man. But that's not too much on the boxing front for what I know.
Gotcha. Appreciate that. We're gonna get out of here. Hard shots real quick. D-Dub, since you was talking, hey, what you got for us, brother?
Yo, man, good show. Enjoyed the football. Enjoyed everything that transpired the holiday weekend.
Yes,
so I hope everybody had a good holiday weekend. Enjoyed it with the family and friends. And we'll see you next week.
No doubt.
Fourth and short.
Fourth and short, baby. We there. 30 minutes. DA, what you got, bro?
Everybody have a good one. Take care of yourselves. All right, I'm going to bed.
Gotcha. Going to bed. Nothing really heavy for me. Hey, during this holiday season, man, just remember to make sure you look out for one another, take care of one another, don't drink and drive. Just be a good person and look out for your peoples, man. That's all. Just be a good human being and spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. had to plug that in. Hey, we're getting out of here on behalf of myself. I'm Kevin Owen, your
Oh,
host.
yeah, one thing real quick, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Big up to my little man's David Hobbs and the Hobbs family. They chose Tennessee, 5-star defensive end from Concord, Kannapolis, I believe.
That's what's
With
up.
Jay and Robinson. So stay serious, young man, and do what you do.
I think we're gonna
Right.
start doing it. You know, if you got some good sports accolades, we'll shout you out on here, man. Just drop us a line, drop us an email, DM. We'll get on the show, man. We want to show that the youth, you know, they're doing good, man. You know, I still got
doubt.
my little league trophies right here, showing against me.
Easy going.
I mean, I got yours over here, D-Dub, too. I don't know why yours is here at my house, but
Yeah.
we got yours.
Stolen merchandise. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I didn't steal anything.
I'm about to go call the police. Let me
That'd be
be like O.J. Simpson.
Okay,
I got
okay, we
my
gotta go.
memorabilia.
Yeah. Fellas, one love, man.
Yo,
One
no
love.
doubt.
Good night. I'll holler at you tomorrow, brothers.
On behalf of myself,
yo.
I'm Kevin Warren, your host and moderator. That's the DA, Daryl D. Warren. The absence of Mike Mills, James the Angry One, Dan, our hockey dude. Yo, this is Sports Chasers Podcast. Y'all be good, be blessed. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.